Well, here it comes.
It's that 4FM road, yeah, we ride real slow. Texas bass hitting while the Carolina flow. From the whistles to the winds, every tale they record. Adam and Jack hold it down on 4th and Ward. Southside swing with the coach and Lord. Real life stories, yeah, they back for more. Turn the beat up loud, let the truth restore. You locked in now with the 4th and Ward.
We're already getting some red question marks. Why is it not going on Facebook? Oh well. Whoops. All right, Jack. Icing on the cake. The Facebook stream ain't working, but that just goes right along with my last Sunday off for the foreseeable future. I had to spend a little bit of time in my attic today. Yeah.
That ain't never good.
No, especially this time of year, dude. As hot as it is outside.
That's
so
awful.
We've got with our AC unit, you know, if there's like a little clog or whatever in the drain line, like it's got one of the shut off deals. So anyway, you can quickly tell, like, feeling a little warm in here. So anyway, I grab the shop vac, climb up in there, blow it out. Everything's working great. Fire it back up. We're good. All right. But I'm just sitting there like, you know, if it were this time of year and the power goes out for like a considerable amount of time, like, what are people supposed to do? Like, just roast?
Pretty much, yeah.
God, it was terrible. Like,
that's like when we first bought our house, we bought it or mid-July, and something went on with our AC unit. We had to get it replaced. Well, that's a pretty big job, you know?
Right.
It took a week or so to get that done, and I'm not kidding. Our house got up to like 88 degrees. And I can't sleep in this. Like, I can't do it.
I mean, I know I've told this story on here before, but I remember we got our first house and moved in probably May or June. And by August or September, our AC unit crapped out. And I mean, we had a home warranty, so we're going back and forth trying to get them to finally decide that, like, hey, this needs to be replaced. Like, duh, we all knew that. Like, but you guys keep just wanting to Band-Aid this thing. And it's like 90 degrees in the house right now. Dude, it was just miserable. But
and when Hurricane Helene came through, I mean, we got murdered. Like, well, that's probably not the best word, but we got tore up. You know, we were in, like, they showed the graphic on the Weather Channel or whatever, and they were like, this path got hit the worst, and it's like right over Greenville into North Carolina. North Carolina got it really bad.
Yeah,
but our power was out for almost 2 weeks, I think.
Good Lord!
And granted, it was
like November.
It was late. Yeah, it was later in the year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too hot, but it still got way too warm. We actually drove to Georgia about maybe 3 hours to get a generator because no one had any up here. People were like tracking them. Facebook groups are like, did Lowe's get that generator supply this morning? And people were like waiting at the door at like 5 a.m. at Lowe's. And so we drove down to a Lowe's in Georgia and bought one. And I'm not kidding. I'm glad I have it now because if that ever happens again, crank that bad boy up.
Yeah, you can never be too prepared. Yeah, never be too prepared. But yeah, I'm just sitting there like sweating my freaking tail off in the attic, and I'm like, God, what would people do if I didn't know that this is what the solution was, right? Like, and it was just like we had to call out a repair guy or whatever. Like, how long could we really make it? I mean, I think it was like 105 or something today. So in the attic, I don't know. I mean, it might have felt like the sauna in there, like 150 or something like that. It's ridiculous. But
that's
anyway,
unreal.
Great way to
just imagine what people like, 1800s or whatever. They just chilling with these long pants and dresses on. No AC, nothing. I'm like, y'all are crazy,
dude. They're built different, man.
It stank. I know it stank.
You know it stank, dude. Yeah. Talk about a great way to spend my last Sunday off. Now, is this game week for y'all?
Yes. Yeah. This is our first. I don't know if it's week 0 still anymore. I think they shifted it, so it's technically week 1 now. I don't know. It's first week of the year for us. We got a game Friday at Pendleton. First Thursday night action too, so that's always a good time. We got some JV on Thursday as well.
Okay, I was about to say y'all playing the varsity game on Thursday, but okay,
no,
makes sense now.
Yeah, so we got JV at home Thursday, and honestly, our schedule, we got, I think either 2 or 3 straight away games. So we're going to be some road dogs here at the start. But yeah, first JV action at home this Thursday. I'm curious about
It's
that
going to
one.
be great, dude. We got our first games next week, so this is our scrimmage week.
Mm-hmm.
We did spring ball, so we only get the one scrimmage, right? And I can't remember what had happened, but somehow slipped through the cracks. Like we got dropped from a scrimmage, maybe we had prearranged or whatever. And so we're kind of looking around trying to find. So anyway, we got ourselves into a three-way scrimmage this Thursday with 2 flex bone teams.
Nice.
And so it's just like, this is going to be great. Like, you're having that debate of how much do you invest in preparing when you're going to turn right around in the real games next week. So it's like, do you put the priority on, because we don't really play any flex bone teams all year, so it's like, do we put a big priority on this, or do we, go through formations and all that, do our due diligence there, of course. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the scrimmage, are we going to prioritize getting lined up right and just go and play an assignment football? Because we know we're not going to see these offenses throughout the year. So anyway, we've been having that back and forth. How much we already put into getting ready for the week 1 game. So anyway,
and I had a little bit of that last week. We had a jamboree, which is like our game simulation mini game, half a game. And in the scrimmage and the jamboree, again, this is my first year defensive coordinator ever. I've never done this before, and I was even wondering, like, well, do I really want to game plan towards what that team does? Do I just want to kind of go out there and run and see what happens and see how people are responding? Like, how deep do I want to go down the game planning route for a half of a game? You're not going to have much tape to go off anyway. You might have one scrimmage you could look at. But yeah, I was just kind of, I said, you know what? It is what it is. We're going to run what we run. We can make a couple adjustments in the game or in the jamboree. And I just want to see how these kids respond, how they kind of fit their assignment regardless of what's in front of them. But I was happy with them.
Y'all played in the jamboree former team of the week, right?
Yeah. Former team of the week, 96.
Yeah, 96. So the guys did good. Like it was a good outing for everybody.
Yeah. Now, look, I'm a defensive coach. I'm going to stay focused on the defensive side. I'm not going to talk anything about offense. We did well. There's definitely things to fix.
There always is.
Tackling, angles, all that stuff. It's the first real game-like environment these kids are in. As good as the scrimmage is, it's still not full tilt. But what I was proud of is that the kids' effort is good. Their attitude is good. They want to be out there and they want to light somebody up.
There you go.
And they're pursuing to the football. And if I can get that leading into the year, I can fix all the other stuff. I can fix your gap, knowing your alignment, all that stuff. That's all teaching, but I can't teach you attitude and I can't teach you effort.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I think my first year coaching period, I got to work with our former head coach when we were in high school, Coach Lee Croy. And it might have been the second year. I think I was calling JV defense that year. And he was just talking about, like, get them lined up right, get them to play hard. Like, all the other stuff, you can tinker with that. You can build on whatever. But, like, the non-negotiables are we're going to get lined up right, be on the same page. Yeah. And then we're going to play hard. And all the other stuff, like you just said, you polish that turd up, as the year goes on. That's what practice is for, Yeah,
I got a good group, though. I'm excited. Game week, but we had our first coaches meetings today. And
nice.
That's always a good time, planning out practice for how game week's going to look. And
now, how does that work for you guys? Like, how do y'all set y'all's week up? How do y'all Sundays work? Like, how do y'all kind of handle that business?
So Sundays, we've tried it a couple different ways over the 3 years I've been here, but at least for the start now, we talked about changing some of it up, but coaches come in at 1 and they meet as a, offensive or defensive staff until about 3:30. And then we meet together as a full staff to go through practice plans, what we need, what they need, all that kind of stuff for the week. And this one's a little different just because it's the first week. We're kind of, making sure our game week schedule template or whatever you want to call it is where we want it. And I'm sure we'll change some of it. And with the weather we have right now, the heat's so bad here, we may not even be able to go outside tomorrow. Like, it may be so hot that we can't even at least go outside with pads, which is frustrating because that happened last week too. There were probably 2 or 3 days we couldn't even go out, or we had to go contact in the indoor and then transition out, and that kind of stuff. It is what it is. Everybody in the area is dealing with it.
Right.
But it is frustrating when you're trying to get ready for a game.
Yeah, you're counting up all those minutes of, like, preparation stuff. I mean, Plus, like, as a coach, you know, we've all got that, like, Tylenol in us where, like, we need things to be a certain way so that we feel the most peace of mind with the preparation. You know what I mean? Like, you never get, like, fully peace of mind, but, like, you at least know you got to do your due diligence and your typical preparation instead of bouncing around.
Speaking of that, let me tell you, so Friday, the jamboree, that's like our full game simulation for everything. So like setting up the cameras, sideline, you know, just getting used to all that, warm ups, all that. Okay. So we were supposed to start at 6, I believe, 6:30, somewhere like that. And we're in Greenwood. So initially we're going to leave at like 4:30, get there, touch your toes. Let's go through our pregame warm up real quick and get out and go. But before we even left, I mean, a lot of jamborees in the state in different areas were canceled because of heat. It was just too hot and they weren't going to, or storms, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Well, ours got delayed. I think it was for heat initially. And then we get there and, well, first of all, let me back up a little bit. I've been filling in as assistant principal, getting some like intern hours, that kind of thing. Because one of our APs hadn't been there a couple days. He had a trip or something. So I'm dealing with that at school. Completely new experience for me. I love it. I mean, it's fun. I enjoy it. It was a great experience. We had some kids that just wanted to act a fool for some reason, which was a little bit of a headache. But keep in mind, I don't have my planning period, which is normally an hour and a half at the end of the day, which I can go take care of some stuff before practice starts, that kind of thing. Didn't have that. I got to the field house at maybe 4:00 Friday afternoon. I find out it's delayed. So I'm like, oh, thank God I got some time to get the camera set up, make sure everything's packed and loaded and we're good. Because I wasn't able to do it during the day. So we get ready to leave. We throw it all in the truck and I'm feeling rushed. And I hate that feeling of like, I'm rushed, I'm going to forget something, whatever. And we get there. I immediately go up. It's at Greenwood. So we have the 3-story press box and luckily they have an elevator. So we get up there. I start setting things up. Still in a lightning delay. And then I look on the field and I see this guy with a, I don't know, whistle. He looked official. I don't know, talking to the refs. Then I see him look at Norton, our head coach, and tells him like, hey, 15 minutes, we're going to get started. And I'm sitting up here like, I don't even have the huddle thing up yet. It's not running yet. So I'm like, well, crap. And they starting pregame warmups. I got to be down there. I'm like, but we need film. Like, I can't, like, I'm the only one up here right now. And I'm like scattering, we left the power bank for one of the huddle boxes sitting on the charger. And so I'm like, we're going to have to film manual, baby. No sideline iPads. We just going to film on the camera. And I didn't get down there. I got our offensive coordinator like, yo, like yelling through the press box window, like, we start warm-ups. I'm like, yeah, but I see that, but I want to have film for this. I missed the entire pregame warm-ups. I'm getting down to the sideline as they're singing the national anthem. And I literally look at my head coach and I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I said, you find somebody else to do that. I'm not doing that anymore. Because I didn't have time to just sit and just go through my plan, all that stuff. I didn't have time to talk to kids before the game, nothing. And but we still did well. I mean, I'm not saying that's why we did bad or anything. We did well. I was proud of them, but it was the most frustrating day I'd ever had.
Yeah, it's just hectic. Like, it's always good to have at least a handful of guys that know how to do different things that make the ship go, right? Because you just never know what could pop up, right? And then we got to have somebody else that can run up there or handle something. I don't know. What is it called? You're the guy doing delegated leadership, right?
Yeah.
You got to have it. You want to have the
delegation
school
skills.
Yeah, you want to have the school be able to run even if you're not there. You know what I mean? Because you've got the systems in place, or you've got multiple people that can. I don't know, but I feel like it's like that at a lot of places. There's like this hex period when it comes to cameras or technology, and I don't know. Somehow I've always had the short straw when it came to that stuff, and it's always been one item on my task sheet.
And it's how I did it. The past, I don't know, 2 years since I've been there, maybe. Yeah. And like, it was my thing and I didn't mind doing it when I didn't have to call the defense.
Right. It's a little different. Well, that was going to be my question was, are you going to call it from the box or the sideline?
No, a sideline. I was supposed to be on the sideline. And so it's like,
that's a hike, especially at Greenwood where they got like a nice press box, I mean,
and like, I'm trying to rush, right? So the offense coordinator's like, "Hey, we gotta go." I know. I see the clock ticking down. There's like 20 seconds left till we're supposed to kick, and I'm like, "All right, I gotta go. It's whatever. It's up here. They'll figure it out." And I had two options. This is like a 3-4 story press box. You've seen it,
Yeah.
and they have an elevator. So I'm like, "Do I take the elevator, or do I run down these flights of stairs?" And I'm already like pouring sweat just from it's hot and all that. And I said, I'm just going to take the elevator. And I clicked it and I said, maybe it'll be here. And it wasn't there. I had to wait for it. So I'm sitting here still contemplating, like, do I go? Do I run? It opens. I get down and, jump a little fence and then run across the field. I'm not kidding. I'm like pouring sweat. Like, can't even get settled. I got to grab my headset. People asking me questions. I'm like, look, guys, y'all got to just back up. And of course, I think we went on defense first. I'm like,
I was about to ask that. Were y'all on offense first at least? Like, throw you a bone.
No, we were on offense first. So, so I had a little bit of a buffer. But I wasn't settled, man. Like, I just need to, like, not have to worry about cameras and stuff and just lock in.
Well, if you're calling it, the last thing you want to be worried about 10 seconds before kickoff is how to get down from a press box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a nightmare, man. But we got it settled. We moved some roles, some tasks around, so shouldn't happen from here on. But
hey, it's what the scrimmage is all about. You get that first dry run in, you figure the kinks out, optimize from there. Probably have to. I'm looking forward to how ours is going to work Thursday because it's a 3-team scrimmage, right? First time that I've been in one of these types of scrimmages since I moved to Texas. Typically when it's 1v1, because we're bringing all the sub-varsities too. So it's 3 teams. Each team, has got multiple sub-varsities. So we're starting that up at like 5, and then the varsity will start at 7, 7:30, whatever the time is. And then with the varsity, you're rotating like 3 ways, right? But then you're doing the same thing with sub-varsities. So we're not bringing our freshman 2 or our JV 2 unless there are going to be some guys that maybe could get some maybe there's some of the better B team players. Maybe we'd bring them up, just give them some reps, see if they can hang with the A teams. But then somewhere in, because you figure the sub-varsity is going to go for an hour and a half, right? And there's probably going to go through the full pregame warm-ups with varsity and stuff. But somewhere in that wiggle room, we've got to get everything set up and ready to roll. And then the junior high guys show up and operate it all for us. Of course, I'm in the press box, so like if something were to go wrong with cameras up top, I can run over there and handle that. But also, I got the end zone on my duty list, and something's always wrong with the end zone camera. And I'll never forget, we were at Mesquite High School. I probably told this story on here before because it's one of my favorites. I think we had just ran out of the blow up rabbit head, and like we're on the line about to do national anthem. So I'm standing up in the booth, right, in the home of the Bray. And I think it was a little bit maybe before that because they were practicing, the other team was practicing their field goal warm-ups. And that field goal kicker nailed one and struck the tower. And that whole thing was just wobbling. You see plastic shaking off of it. And I'm just sitting there watching it like, yeah, this is not going to be good. And because like we, again, we didn't at the time have a few hands. And we did, but most of the guys that knew how it worked were in the box too. But in terms of who was on the sideline, not that many hands that could help out. So thankfully we had an awesome student manager that year who I get on the phone with him after I had like 5 people call me. Did you see the end zone camera guy yet? Yes, I saw the end zone camera get hit. Yeah, I'm on the phone now. Like, I know y'all might not be able to help, but I got a 17-year-old who's going to hook us up right here. And sure enough, I owe that kid a stipend to this day. Like, he saved my bacon on that one. But
God, it's always the cameras, man.
It's always the cameras, dude.
And if you are hosting one of these things, I think it is your obligation as the host, and you have Huddle Focus, you should automatically like share that. I shouldn't have to bring all that crap.
Yeah. I mean, I guess strictly for we need to see everything work live. I guess, yeah, I get that part. But you're right. Like, if you're hosting that, like, you guys get multiple scrimmages, like,
yeah,
the ones prior to the team that hosts ought to be take care of the film. But then again, you're putting all your eggs on another organization having their stuff together. And what happens if if something goes haywire for them? I don't know. But
if they got the Huddle Focus where it's automatic, like, you should just share that.
So the Huddle Focus makes life easier, but I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I don't like the film on the Focus.
I don't like when it doesn't track right and it starts doing this thing and you're like,
Well, I know defensively for us, because, a lot of people forget to turn the setting off where it takes the scoreboard out of the corner.
yeah.
And so, like, for us, we get great data on what their tempo's like. We get if somebody screwed up down a distance, we can polish that up. But then, sometimes that thing starts recording too early. And I'm just saying, if it's on film, it's legal with what you might be watching on the tape. And, I don't know. I'm just saying we've gotten a lot of assistance over the years from the focus cameras, maybe capturing some things on the sideline that we're able to use to our advantage. But if it's on tape, it's legal. That's always been my motto. And you can use multiple signalers. I mean, nobody's telling you can't. Or you can old school it, have the quarterback jog over the sideline, tell him to play in his ear, run it back out. Bud Kilmer Varsity Blues style. Dude, what was the movie? So I'm sitting there at flag football practice this afternoon, which was a whole other thing. These poor boys, it was for my third grader. It was his flag football practice. And it's 104 out there. Ain't no wet bulb out there at flag football practice. Dude, these kids are getting melted. And I'm sitting there. I'm kind of stewing some stuff over about the scrimmage. And I was on the phone with our DC. And we were just kind of talking about, we're playing these flex bone teams and stuff. And, what kind of, we've heard maybe there's some new wrinkles they got, but are they not going to put that on film? Is it going to be the traditional flex stuff or whatever? And what was the movie where the coach said, "Let the bone roll"?
Let the bone roll.
Yes. What was that movie?
Hometown Legend.
Hometown Legend.
Let the bone roll.
It was like, let the bone roll, baby. Line down, fullback dive. Here we go. Belly G. Let the bone roll. We need to bring that movie back.
That's a great movie. That's where the guy dies, doesn't he?
It's something traumatic. Like, it's
he
kind
cracks
of like
his neck.
Yeah, it's something like that.
And he's like dead, and it was the coach's son.
I think you're right.
And he comes back to coach the same school or something after that had happened.
It's kind of like I don't want to say like knockoff Remember the Titans, but it's definitely like I don't want to say sappy, but what's the right word for it? Plays on the emotions. You know what I mean? It ain't like the testosterone.
It's not like
it's not Varsity Blues. It's not another team movie.
What's the God, what's the one where the boosters like buy the coach a car? God, what is that football movie? It's like the cheesiest, corniest. The dad's in a wheelchair and stands up like this when his kid's the Giants. Facing the Giants.
Dude, that movie had a grip on us though, like in middle school. Like, did we go on a field trip to go watch that movie in theaters?
Maybe.
Because it was filmed like somewhere not too far. I think it was in Georgia, not too far from.
Maybe. It
was like a church produced it, right?
Yeah, but how could we do that as a public school?
I feel like we went on a field trip, and because it was like the only G-rated movie in the theaters, that's what we saw.
God, those were the days though. They'd have the little kid snack packs.
Yeah, we all got a little kid tray. Man. Yeah,
I told you about my first field trip, right?
Nuh-uh. Oh, yeah. You told us that last week.
Yeah,
You're going on to the soccer game, right?
Yeah.
Doing a little
I've actually been
leadership.
talking to a guy at Huddle. I knew him. He was like I don't know the exact title, director of coaching technology or something at Clemson. When I was there, and now he's at Huddle, and got something in the works there too. I'm excited about, but things are cooking. But I'm still like, I haven't even been able to be in that class because I'm having to fill in as an admin, and it's like, I miss it. I don't want it to which I had one of our other football coaches. We kind of switched schedules, so he took it over, which is good. It wasn't like just a sub in there, but yeah, it's been a busy week.
We had our first week, getting my sea legs back. Our schedules are a little different this year. I got 2 preps now. I mean, I've said before, we got the astronomy day. I got a forensics day. I'm trying to do like a true crime of the day in forensics class. You know what I mean? But I'm also trying to what can I not get away with, but forensics
if it's content,
crime.
It's content.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes you ever listen to true crime podcasts or shows or.
Buddy, I am addicted. My wife is too.
So I'm trying to think of what can I crime's crime, right? So I don't know if you've heard of the, I keep wanting to call her Fancy Nancy, but Clancy Lacey Clancy. Have you heard this story? I can't remember the lady's actual name. Lainey Clancy. It's in the news. She like murdered the 3 kids or something.
God.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there like, that's really like on the headlines everywhere. But like, is this really something I need to? It's forensics though, because they're talking about like toxicologies on the. I don't know.
The first 48.
That is a good
Just
one.
buy a season on Prime Video and let it roll.
Let it ride. Well, like with astronomy, I always had kind of similar debate, but it was always with like my Uranus jokes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's a great Uranus joke that I could say that maybe tiptoes, you know, but
The gray
kids
area.
crack up. So I'm trying to find that same, like, what can I
Brown
tiptoe
area.
with the true crime? Yeah, I see what you did there. I don't know. So I'm getting through that, but just my A days are like super packed. My B days are super manageable. Of course, football's getting rolling. Our
When you say
enrollment's
super
growing.
packed, just I'm curious. Like how many?
Okay, so my A days, I got football. So I got freshman football, first thing. Then I do astronomy, lunch, astronomy, and then football again. And then my B days are football for 45 minutes, and then conference, my off period, and then
What is
lunch.
conference?
And we call it planning period conference out here.
Okay.
So it's football, planning period,
That's
lunch,
nice.
forensics, football. So
That's nice.
on my B days, you know, my first class don't start till like 11:45, noon, something like that. But, you know, I'm a morning person, so I want to get all my stuff done in the morning. So like in a perfect world, my perfect schedule is what I had a couple years ago, where it's football, class, lunch, off, football. And so like you said, I got my time I can make sure everything's ready to roll for practice. I'm planning out my reps for the guys that I need to see certain looks. And so it's just figuring out, like we talked about before, those systems that how can I get the stuff I need to get done with my current system. And we're just trying to figure that out a little bit, or I'm trying to figure that out a little bit. But yeah, a little bit of a switch up. Now, what would be great is if about January, normally we try to move all of our first period freshmen into 8th period off season for the second semester. And so at that point, it would be awesome on B days at least, because I wouldn't have, we would be planning a meeting and going to junior highs for that first period. But then it would still be, you know, my first class wouldn't technically start till like 11:45 or whatever. But that's tomorrow's problems. But that hopefully we can get that worked out again, because that's always it gets the younger guys mixed in there with the older guys, so they get assimilated, and it gives us a chance to get out to the middle schools and help them run their off seasons and see what we got coming in the pipeline. And I don't know, that's tomorrow's problem. So we got first scrimmage this week, so that's what I'm focused on. That tagging stuff for our first opponent. Yeah, just getting back in the grind, dude. We had a full week last week, first days of school, all that. We did the media day on Saturday. We did a little walkthrough Saturday morning, followed that up with media day with the varsity guys. The night before, we had sub-varsity picture day, picture evening, whatever we want to call it. So we did practice with the varsity guys. Then we all had to go into the building and receive all these freshmen that were coming back down. JV guys shower up, they get all the uniforms, and you know, we got 200 something sub varsity guys, so you got to run those through all the camera setups and get them out of there. And we don't do any like smoke and mirrors for them, but dude, Saturday I walked back there to the smoke and mirror setup with all the props and Texas flags and American flags, and dude, some of these media days get wild. I saw y'all had some pictures. It looked like they took over a gas station or something.
Yeah, it wasn't every kid. It was some seniors and stuff like that. And we actually had two. We had two people that did two different sessions, I guess you call it. And yeah, I didn't go and help. I just saw the pictures when they came. And yeah, I saw the gas station. I was like, and I don't know how much I can say on the screen, on the thing, but some of them, all right, so the kid's posing at the gas station. I'm like, buddy, your jersey says Palmetto right now, and you were standing in front of the vape section. Like, you couldn't have just shifted over.
Yeah, get in front of the talkies at least.
Anything else other than that giant cabinet of popcorn lung? Like,
have some wherewithal. Yeah, I saw some other cool ones like out here. You know, I see a lot of them. I've seen a lot more this year of like, I guess people renting cars.
Yeah,
or like kids taking pictures with the souped up muscle cars and all that. I've seen a bunch of them at Whataburger, like full uniform in a Whataburger. I don't know. Things are getting really creative. For the gram is going to a whole other level.
For the gram. And I told you, it was like me having to put that visor on a kid's helmet just for picture day. Bought that thing just for picture day. I'm like, come on now. Like,
dude, speaking of equipment, I need to start keeping notes like I did last year because I probably already forgot more little just silly stuff. We had a kid show up to practice Friday, never played football before. So he's already gone through acclimation and all that. Like, we're rolling. Like, things are good. Well, as they're going down, because we went in shells on Friday, and as they're going down, he's just lost, right? New guy, never played football before, good kid. But he asked the coach, like, what we're in today. Coach said shoulder pads and shorts. He gets to the warm-up line. We warm up by position. He gets to the warm-up line, and we're like, dude, where's your helmet at? Coach said we're just in shoulder pads and shorts today. I'm like, dude, no. And kids are ruthless. So everybody else in the position group's just like, it's blood in the water. Like, they're just ready to rag this guy, especially linebackers for some reason. I don't know if it's just the touch of crazy that we got, and it's all in love. Like, every year I've been there, I'm like, guys, y'all need to pump the brakes. But they're like, no, dude, we're all cool. We're going to the restaurant together afterwards. I don't know. I feel like when we were growing up, we might get into a little slap boxing deal or whatever, but then we'd be cool. Nowadays it's just crap talk, but we're still cool. It's all good.
Yeah. These kids, man, they're built different nowadays. And I don't mean in a good or a bad way. I just mean they're built different. And I don't understand them sometimes because they are, what's the word? Vanity? Is that the right word?
We're talking
they're
about
big on that. Whereas me and you, shoot, we went to school wearing cargo shorts or whatever, Nike socks and Sanooks as shoes and t-shirt. It was not about, I remember walking to school in my shorts, tall Nike socks, Sanooks, and my Letterman jacket. It was 20 degrees outside and I'm still rocking this. It looked like Adam Sandler out here. And I mean, I don't know. Different day, I guess, but.
The go-to move was a gray hoodie with your favorite college with your varsity jacket over it. But you got to have a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
And then, Crocs or Sanooks. Dude, I ain't wore a pair of Sanooks in forever. But
I found Nike grill rooms are basically Nike's version of Sanooks. We got them at Clemson one year. They're supposed to be like a post-golf round shoe. You slide them on. They're comfortable. They're Sanooks, basically.
Yeah.
I still got 3 pairs. I kept every single one of them. Love those things. Oh, and dude, we went to meet today as coaches, and we were going to use my room. Got plenty of comfortable seating. I just have, I got 2 recliners in there for my podcast studio in that class. Freshly painted red wall, TV on the wall, playing, nice room. I just renovated it. Well, they had forgot to override the AC and leave it on over the weekend. Let me tell you about my room first. Thermostat. It's got warmer and colder, right? It's a slider, and it just says warmer and colder. If you are not all the way down at colder, you bump it up a hair. The air never stops blowing, okay? And for whatever reason, when it's not at colder, it gets damp. And so so damp to where the floor is squeaking and you feel water on the floor. And I got an iMac in there, a TV in it. I don't want it damp in there.
Right.
I got some expensive stuff in there. And I walked in there today and I was just like, we're going to have to do something else. We can't meet in here. I can't meet in here. So we went and, of course, the main office air was working, but.
You know it.
Yeah. So we had a conference room that we took over for a little bit today, but dude, it was muggy. It felt like outside in my room. It was miserable.
That's the word.
Miserable.
Now, my rooms have always been similar to that. You got the warmer, colder. I've been in a couple rooms that actually tells you the number you're setting it at. I remember one year, I think I had it all the way down to the lowest it would go, right? And then, like you said, it's going to keep going. But it was also December, and I think we had gotten a huge freeze coming through. Dude, we got into that schoolhouse the next day, first class of the day. It's 50 degrees in my room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is cold. I love it. But some of the kids are in there just twitching and, because they don't weigh 200 pounds like I do. But
well, I told them, I put it in my syllabus. If you get cold easy, bring a jacket because that thing's going to stay pumping cold air. Because it's either really cold and constant air or it's warm and damp. Those are the only 2 options. And I don't like warm and damp. So it's going to be cold. Sorry.
So your athletic leadership classroom has a podcast corner?
Yeah, and I didn't send you a picture of that?
Huh. I didn't even know that.
I'll send you a picture of it. Or I guess I have it on my computer. I guess I could put it on here.
I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like.
Let me open it.
So are you guys going to...
Yeah, so I had done some... They're going to have, like, part of the course is a athletics update, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, initially it's just going to be updates on current events, current sports, how they're doing, interviews with coaches, that kind of stuff. So this was before it's finished, I think.
Dude, that's legit.
Yeah. And then
where'd you get the chairs from?
Facebook Marketplace.
Teacher of the year right here, dude.
And then the curtains, man, hanging up those curtains. You know how hard it is to find like a 15-foot curtain rod? And then this rack right here is for the lights. They clamp on and they shine down. And this is usually plays like the athletics slideshow. The kids make the slides for all region athletes, and you know, just like a carousel of information, that kind of stuff. And
that's pretty legit right there, man. And y'all can run that, like y'all have some way to push that out to you know, kind of like announcements, right? To way to like push it out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it plays here and it plays in the weight room, and I'm working on a TV in the like locker room, athletics hall near the gym. Basically, athletics facilities will have this. The hallways have like a school one, like a regular school one playing. And I don't deal with that one, but this one.
Pretty good idea, dude. Just another way to build. And I'm sure the kids love it too. Like in this day and age, like as much media that they absorb and stuff, like,
dude,
they're going to get a kick out of that.
We did an activity where I gave them different time frames. So like you are 7 days to 1 day out from this game you're hosting on Friday night. All right. This group, you're 1 day to 3 hours before kickoff. This group, you're 3 hours before kickoff to kickoff, whatever. In this group, you're kickoff to close, that kind of thing. And I had them label like every job or task that needed to be done in your time frame so that this event could go on, and like who needed to do it, where that category would fall, that kind of stuff. And we did a cool activity where they wrote them all down, and I'm like, okay, well now let's look at all these jobs. What category does this go into? Like, is it ticketing? Is it finance? Is it operations? You know, all that stuff. And then I had them, they didn't realize it, but they were building the categories of departments, I guess, it takes to run an event. And so then at the end, I'm like, all right, I made them these little magnetic name tags. And I'm like, all right, so now I want you to take your name tag as you leave and move it to the department you think, you know, interests you the most or what you're passionate about, that kind of thing. One of them was sports media. Dog, out of the 22 kids in that class, I think I had 12 to 14 put their name under that.
I was about to say, that's the bright, shiny, like, that's the cool thing to do.
And so I had to move to like a ranked choice where I had them, you know, say, here's my top 3, so I could kind of even it out. So everybody, they're going to rotate within those departments throughout. Everybody's doing every one, but, you know, 15 in one department, I can't do it. But
pretty good idea for a project there, dude. Teacher of the year, you got my vote, man.
Well, I ain't been doing it in the past 3 days, so it's like, and I got 2 more weeks of that coming up when, you know, he's out again, so
we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Shoot. Ah, dang, yeah. We really, the full week for us, first full week of school, scrimmage Thursday. We're going to do a little JV2 freshman gold team inter squad type deal in the indoor Friday afternoon, and then do a little walkthrough with the varsity guys Saturday morning. And then I imagine we'll get rolling. I don't know if we'll do our typical Sunday meetings. We'll go ahead and knock those out on Saturday while we're already up there. But I already came to terms that this is probably my last free weekend.
Yeah.
I'm logged in now. Like, you know, we go 7 days a week once we really get into it. But and there's different ways to organize it. I mean, it's just I've gotten used to the 7 days a week now, so it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, game 1 around the corner, and I don't know. We might have to get back on. I don't know. I'm trying to think of best times recording stuff. I feel like recording after games is great, but I just know I love my Saturday evenings during football season. One, because I usually like take a nap. Like once we get back from doing all of our Saturday work, I don't know what to find. I guess because last year we did it every Wednesday, right? So I guess like if we played Friday, it'd be like the following Wednesday that we kind of recorded.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to get the recording schedule set
Well,
up.
if we're going to do it live, I think if anybody's listening right now, type it in there. When would you prefer to log in and see it live,
Yeah. I don't know.
'Cause,
We'll try to make it work. Saturday would be great because you could do like the post for what the week before was, and then it would come out Sunday. So everybody's basically week by week caught up. Because the Wednesdays last year, we record Wednesday, we're talking about the week before, then it came out Sunday, so people were kind of always not 2 weeks behind, but sort of like a week and a half behind. I don't know. We'll get that figured out, guys. But speaking of typing stuff in, we did get a question on the text line, 469-726. That's our text line here. You can shoot us a text. We get a bunch of drip or drown submissions on the text line, which I do like to see them, y'all, but we do want y'all to submit those on the website. So if you are listening, if you have sent us some uniforms on the text line, I've seen them. I've tried to respond to as many with the link to submit those uniforms, but we try to just keep the text line for questions, comments, things like that. So 469-726-9875. We got our old friend from 682 reaching back out. He said, "Hello, coaches. Hope both of y'all had a great first week of school now that school's back in session. What's the most hilarious first day of school story you've ever experienced as a coach, whether it happened in the classroom or on the field? Funny first day stories."
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like I should have prepped on that one. I should have done some reflecting. I had
first day.
I got one that comes to mind. So, first day of class is you're talking about syllabus. You're telling them a little bit about yourself. You're, just all the things, right? Going through kind of not hammering them with rules and all that yet, procedures, but you're giving them enough of that to where you're setting that tone early. You know what I'm saying? And we got so many kids. I think our enrollment now, Jack, is like 3,100 or 3,200, something crazy. So, I mean, a lot of new faces, a lot of new people trying to find their way around. So you're being a little more lenient on tardies and stuff. Long story short, I'm like 10, 15 minutes into telling all the stories, introduce myself, class, all that. Hear a knock at the door. It's a kid that's tardy. And I'm not paying any attention. I'm looking out of the corner of my eye. And I just pop the door open. I'm like, "How's it going, sir? Doing all right?" And I'm going back to I was about to go back and start resuming what I was saying. And all I heard from my ear, again, I haven't even made eye contact yet, for sure. And all I hear out of my ear is, "I'm a girl." And I'm just like,
yikes.
And then everybody in the class is just like, "Ooh." So anyway, so finally I turn and I'm just like, "I'm so sorry." I literally wasn't paying attention. And heaven forbid I try to have some manners.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's an embarrassing one on me. So first day of college 2 years in a row, I freaking went to the wrong class. But I don't know. First day of school, freshman and sophomore year of college, first day of classes. I'm supposed to be in Spanish or whatever. I'm sitting there and it's Old Testament. I don't know. First day of school. We get a lot of folks moving from out of state. And I'll never forget one year, it was 3:25, the bell rings. We're hauling tail down to athletics. And I'm going down the hallway and I walk by this kid that moved in from out of state, plays linebacker. So I know the kid. And I'm like, "Hey, dude, where are you going?" He's like, "I got art." No, dude, this bell's time to go to football. It's athletics period. It's a 15-minute walk for me. We got to go. We got to stretch in, 10, 15 minutes. It's but my schedule says art. So then I turn to look and he's reading the schedule all wrong. I'm like, "No, dude, welcome to Texas. Football's a part of your school day. That's what class you're going to right now. You got art on the other day at this time." Anyway, so that one was a funny one, just kind of correcting, steering guys in the right way. When you got
That's
so many
always
new
a
faces.
nightmare. I mean, we do first day of school. We always do homeroom to get the Chromebooks, pass out technology, that kind of stuff. And that is the only time those kids ever go to homeroom throughout the entire year. It's to get the Chromebooks on the first day. And it's alphabetical, so I have, M through whatever. And it's always a mess. There's always kids in the hall "Where am I going?" I'm like, "Buddy, I just know I got these kids. I don't know where you are." I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. They don't send us the master list of here's the alphabetical list of teachers. They just give you yours. And it's always a mess. And kids are always, I'm looking down. I got 6 Chromebooks missing. or no, 6 kids that didn't pick up a Chromebook. I'm like, what is going on? Then they come to me later in the day like, you have my Chromebook? I'm like, yeah, I do. You weren't here for homeroom? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It's got room numbers on the schedule, right?
It does, yeah, it does. But these kids can't navigate. They come down, especially Palmetto, right? It's 2 halls. A 100 hall, the 300 hall. The 200 hall connects them. And there's some, like RTC and stuff down that way and the math hall. But like it's numbered. It's not that difficult. I have kids will walk down the 100 hall. Be like, do you know where this room is? I'm like, yeah, bud, that's 106. The one you just passed right there. You didn't look up and see the number tag? Like, it's right there. They're like, oh, okay, appreciate it. And then they go down the 300 hall. I'm like, no, buddy. Like,
come on, little
turn around. I'll walk you there.
Poor guys.
No, I don't really I can't think of an embarrassing one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that are like stupid embarrassing, I probably can't say on the recording, but
yeah,
the ones that are, what's the right, politically correct? I don't even know. Just silly. Yeah, that's probably the most I could think of right now. I need to think on that one. I've had a kid.
I mean, this has been a couple of years at least. He's gone now. He's out of the school, but first day of school, it was PE. And I'm going through my syllabus. Like, we're not doing anything. Y'all were listening to me talk. And as soon as, I think it was just perfect timing. Or maybe nerves got to him. I don't know. But I'll put it this way. He's not the type of kid that probably loves PE. Pick up what I'm putting down. But I got to the point talking about fitness grams and pacer test, the mile run. And so I'm saying every Friday in here, we will do some type of cardio, whether that be a mile run or a pacer test, mile walk. Out of nowhere, this kid just throws up, and I just stop. Like, we're not doing it today, bud. Like, relax. Like, I had to call the custodians and clean it up and send him out. It was a whole thing, but I was
like, bring the sawdust out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's just, we've talked about that before. I still want to buy that stuff.
Just to have it. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, you never know, man. Never know.
Dude, I feel like I had another. Oh, I remember one year. Freshmen, they got their football practice in the morning. It's kind of just a rite of passage. Well, like, you got to shower up. You got the entire school day ahead of you. So we always advise
these kids don't care.
Bring towels. You bring soap. There's plenty of showers. You ain't going to class stinky. Like, so anyway, so I'm sitting there like monitoring locker rooms or whatever, just kind of staring at the ground. And I just hear out of the corner of my ear, like, crap, I didn't bring any more underwear. Well, I guess this kid had showered in his underwear. But whatever, like, side note, I mean, 2026. And so anyway, so as I see the kid, he's dressed for school, like I see him like a few minutes later, he's walking out of the locker room, and I just see where his khaki pants, it's the wet underwear has soaked through.
He left it on?
He just said,
you got to at least go commando, man.
Well, and it's so hot out here, you could probably just like walk out into the sun for 2 seconds and like it'll
use
dry
the hand
out
dryer.
Somewhat. Yeah, like, nah, dude, he's straight. And it's 9:15 in the morning. Like, he went the entire day with
You're going to get me back
underwear.
on these kids being nasty, like, and they're so bashful. Like, we had that overnight practice last year. We didn't do it this year because the start date changed. Where we would practice, we'd sleep overnight in the weight room indoor and practice in the morning. Well, like, you got 10 grown men in here, coaches, that are like, we ain't sleeping with these stank kids like y'all.
Right. Yeah.
We get done with practice, we're going to eat. Actually, no, you're going to go shower, eat, and we're all going to go to bed. And so I had the first rotation on shower duty, I think. Just monitoring in the freshman gym, like just standing here. These only 5 of y'all can go in there, 5 of y'all here. Don't want y'all back there doing something stupid.
Make sure no fooling around, yeah.
And these kids, like, there's no curtains. I'm like, buddy, there's 3 concrete walls. Like, face the wall.
Oh,
like,
y'all got the nice ones.
Yeah, it ain't no open
partitions.
Yeah,
no,
it's
dude,
not open.
Do you remember the old locker room? You might have been too young.
I know the PE storage unit now that is the old shower room with just the poles.
I'm talking about the old locker room like that football used to use.
The gray building over there?
The gray building, yeah. Dude, on the visiting bathrooms, is it still just the bathtub everybody pees in? Like for the visiting?
They've updated it.
Okay, all right. I remember back in the day, the showers, like it was like you felt like you were in like some kind of prison somewhere. It was the
Yeah.
one pole up, 3 shower heads, like you're
Yep.
tip to tip with everybody, just like
And that's the PE storage behind my office. It's stores now, but it still has those poles. And a kid, if I'm like, hey man, I need you to help me grab this piece of equipment, whatever we're taking out for class. They're like, what are those silver things? I'm like, buddy, that's the showers. They're like, what? I'm like, buddy, PE, they used to make you shower. Like that was
Yeah.
part of your grade. And he's like, well, how do you use it? I'm like, there's like 6 heads on that thing. What do you push the button? The water comes out. He goes, in front of everybody? I'm like, yeah, buddy, you were looking your buddy in the eye, if anywhere. You better
brotherhood.
focus on your soap, like don't be. But even in the nice locker rooms we have, like kids are coming out in like the overnight thing. They come out of the locker room onto the gym floor and they're soaking wet. Like you said, soaking through his shorts because he's still got his wet. I'm like, buddy, what's going on? Like, he's like, well, I wasn't going to take my underwear off to shower. I'm like, so you didn't clean. You didn't get nothing clean. You still stinking. Like, you need to get a rag, something, and you need to, like, clean yourself.
Yeah,
He's
you're
like,
gonna
I'm
get a
not
staff.
doing that in there. I'm like, it's a locker room. Like, that's
You're
what
gonna get a
it's
staff
for.
infection. Wait till they go to the YMCA and see old buddy. Dude, I'm
Old
getting
man
deja vu.
George over there.
We've talked
who's
about
just
this before. God dang.
click-clacking down the hallway, just don't care.
Yeah, the old
And I'm
folks
like,
at the YMCA are menace to society.
yeah, like, well, and it's, I mean, they're like, it gets me back to the whole girdle with no underwear under it. And the kids today think that's the weirdest thing. And I still don't understand. They're like, what, you telling me I have to like get naked in a locker room to put a girdle on? I'm like, buddy, it's a locker room. Like, that's literally what it's for. That's why there's no cameras. That's why
Right.
that is what it's for. They're like, what? What if somebody looks? I'm like, that's weird if they're looking. Like, you get dressed, you ain't hanging around, but like, get undressed, get dressed. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
No,
nobody's
I'll
telling
just
you
go
to
to the bathroom.
Nobody's telling you to do jumping jacks, buddy. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, this is so weird, y'all. Like, just, like, if you're going to shower, get undressed, put your towel on, and walk to the shower. Like,
Speaking
why
of
is that such a
dripping-
big deal?
speaking of dripping,
Whoa.
might need to knock out a few uniforms, team of the week, and wrap this
So
thing
these-
up.
These sour Skittles are tearing me up right now.
Dude, I remember when those came out.
I'm in pain.
I remember when those came out and like the tone would be raw from just I can't handle all that too much, but yeah, shoot. We'll knock out some uniforms, knock out team of the week, and we're gonna have a good week. Good first game, hopefully. Y'all live streaming it or anything?
We're at Pendleton, so I don't know if they are.
Okay.
I know there's a
mean,
radio station covering it.
might have to tune in, dude. Maybe they'll have like a YouTube stream or something like that. Cause I ain't Friday evening might be free to watch.
I don't know if we're doing you might be able to do it on Huddle. Huddle
The
fan.
thing. Yeah.
You might have to do. My computer's not cooperating, so you might have to share it on your
Shoot.
end.
Let me see if I can fire this up right here. We might have to start speeding it up a little bit. I don't know.
Well, you tell me.
As-
I'm ready.
As it takes off,
I need half a second. That's all I need.
man, it's just adding time, and not that that's a bad thing, but we getting it in right here. All right, Drip or Drown, guys, the official high school uniform database. You get to rate it. Drip means it looks good. Drown means it looks bad. Starting off here, Edgewood High School, not too far from where I'm at, with a blue, yellow, blue look. Hard to see the helmet from here, but the blue, yellow, blue, it's a good color combo. I don't know if I like the execution on these with the pant stripe and the shoulder stripe. Pant stripes are looking like more
Drown.
modern. Yeah, 67%. I don't know. This ain't doing it for me. I'm going to say Drown. I think we got more coming from Edgewood, so maybe they can write
Sour
the ship.
Skittle in my eye.
They got more helmets, or maybe there's an older picture. So this looks like an Edgewood away uniform set. Got a yellow helmet, white jersey, yellow pants. Still got those weird pant stripes. These look at least a little more traditional, maybe. I like the jerseys here better.
Yeah.
I like the helmets better. 33%. Yeah, we need to flip this from the last one.
I got 2 questions,
All right.
and they're nothing to do with the uniform. One, well, really not a question. This is one of those kids that needs to make sure he washes because either he looks itchy, and if it itches or burns, you need to go to the doctor. Two, why is that guy's knee brace outside of his pants?
I just noticed that. Yeah, you got to tuck that in, dude.
Yeah, but
What are we
anyway,
doing?
jersey, I like the jersey better. Helmet's better. Pant stripe is god awful.
But is it over 50%? Isn't that your rule of thumb?
It's over 50. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give this a drip too. Another one from Edgewood, the all yellow this time. I'm assuming these yellow pants are the same as the last one, but they still kept that yellow helmet with the yellow jersey, I think, that we saw in the first picture from. So again, it's the pant leg stripe. I think some white pants with this look would be solid.
I think you add white to that shoulder stripe in the middle.
Yeah, that's necessary.
Match the helmet. And then you go white pants, maybe a white number or at least outline or something on the jersey, and it's perfect.
Yeah, this has got some potential. Some white pants, maybe with the white in that shoulder stripe. And I think we're really cooking with a good look here. Even the all yellow is not bad. We just got to throw a little white in there on the stripes, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's over 50 for me, barely.
I mean, it's sitting at 100% right now, only a couple of votes. It's a really new addition, I guess, but we're going to add to the drips on this one. So there's Edgewood uniform lineup. Now we're in Tennessee at Cordova High School. It's got 100% on a couple votes. But again, they didn't get the memo, all right? Try not to submit multiple kits in one picture, guys. It's hard to decipher what exactly we're looking at here. So Cordova High School, Cordova, Tennessee, 100%. Looks like they're green and black and white. It maybe is the color scheme.
I like it.
Well, I don't know. It's just hard to tell from what we're breaking down here. I think the all white look looks pretty good. The all black look don't look bad because I don't think I see pant stripes.
Yeah, it looks like plain pants. Maybe a hip logo.
I don't think this is a bad look. I'd like to see what those decals look like on the helmets. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to add to that. Cordova High School. All right, a little close-up here. Whoa, speaking of Media Day props, we got Chucky making an appearance.
I'm drowning this. Just because that. What are you doing in front of the door?
Okay, now, we just gave it a drip on the last picture.
Mm-hmm.
So you're drowning this one simply for the scenery?
Out of spite, yeah.
All right, whatever. I'm down.
It's over. I mean, it's drip. The white one's clean, but I just don't like the background fire.
I'm trying to figure out the Chucky doll. That's a new one.
Dude, we had a kid have a Chucky doll, and I didn't understand it either.
At y'all's Media Day? All right, drip. At y'all's Media Day, you had the Chucky doll?
No, this was just not even a Media Day. He just had one in his locker, I think. I don't know, man.
All right. Drip, Cordova High School, Tennessee. Moving on here, Ohio. Xenia? Is that how you would pronounce it?
Xenia?
Xenia High School, Xenia, Ohio. 83% right now. Once again, they put every kit they got on the picture. This would be great, but submit them separately if you got the pics, guys, because it helps us really dive deep into each look here.
I'm curious what their turf design is. They have some light and dark, so I don't know if they have
yeah. They might have I have a little design on the 50-yard line. It'd be kind of cool. Looks like they're the Buccaneers. It says the uniform say it all, fire emoji. So the little comment says. Hard to tell what I'm really looking at here. The all white looks like one of the better ones in my opinion. The white, blue, and white looks like one of the better ones. The white, blue right there, dead center of the picture, looks like one of the better ones. But I'll be honest, Jack, some of the other ones I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of I don't love number 6, the white, black.
Yeah.
I don't love black, blue.
No, worse.
I'm okay with black, blue. No, I don't love it, but I'm okay with it.
What about the black, blue, and black right here?
That's not the worst. I'll tell you what the worst one is. Black, white, blue.
Yeah, that's
bad.
Or
black, blue. Those two are the worst.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So would you say overall, looking at the full lineup right here, It's drip territory.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Is that right?
Then we said 3 of them were bad.
Yeah, but one is like a 0.
You're the
It's
math
still
guy.
probably over 50, though.
All right, we'll drip it. Xenia High School. Now we're in Arkansas. We're bouncing around the block today. Newport High School in Newport, Arkansas. 40% right now. And I think I know why, okay? It's these daggum modern numbers. This is like all the things that I feel like I've said plenty of times when we're recording these. The cursive name on the chest, the modern number fonts, and then the name on the pant leg. I don't even care about the plain helmet. I really don't care about that. That can be pulled off and look solid.
Yeah, that's... Maybe they went cursive because if they didn't and they went regular, it would look like the cigarette carton.
Pack of Newports right here.
Yeah.
You know what? I would embrace that. I would figure out like, I don't know.
Gonna put a pack of cigarettes on the helmet?
No, I wouldn't go that far for high school football. But
straight up looking like a pack.
Yeah, make the color scheme or something. I don't know. At least I could then be like, you know what? I see what you're trying to do here.
I mean, if they just had white pants, it would honestly be white, gray, orange, so like a burning cigarette.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
It's like the Oak Island Lighthouse, how it kind of looks like a
cigarette. It looks like just a giant cig. Little cowboy killer. I'm sorry, Newport. I'm going to drown these.
Yeah,
it's got too many things that I don't like, and I'm not even talking about the plain helmet. That's probably the better part of these uniforms. And maybe this is an alternate look. I mean, how many teams have all gray as their primary?
Yeah, that'd be a bold move.
This ain't it for me, so I'm drowning it. Okay, we got more from Newport here. Another submission. Looks like this is a all orange look.
It didn't get worse, but
it looks more concise than the last one. I'm trying to figure out what that logo is on the shoulder. They've got a logo on top of the shoulder stripes. I feel like you don't see that much. Yeah, I feel like you don't see that much.
Tell you what I do appreciate. The shoulder stripe is white, orange, black. They kept it consistent on their number. White, there's a little bit of orange, and black.
Would you do anything to this helmet or would you just
at least
leave
like a black stripe or something?
Black stripe? Okay. What about black and white? Like Cleveland Browns it. You know what I mean? Just
that would be bad.
Plain, but like a 2-tone or 3-color or 3-stripe on the helmet.
Yeah, I mean black and orange is tough, but if it's done well, it looks really good.
Yeah, I feel like black with orange accents is better than orange with black accents.
Yeah, orange out is hard.
I get that that's maybe the ball's not in their court on that one. This to me doesn't look bad. I give them a lot of props for, like you said, matching up the number with the stripes. I'm kind of curious about the logo on top of the stripes itself. I don't know if I like that. Pants look like they're plain, so that's fine. And then I already said the helmet is not the worst thing ever. I'm kind of leaning towards this is solid.
It's a drip. Yeah, it's a drip for me.
I'm leaning towards this is solid. So we'll give you our vote on this one, Newport. And then we've got their away uniforms. So the orange helmet, kept that consistent. But then we're back to the cursive and the modern numbers. Like, what are we doing here?
This is their best one so far.
If they just had like the standard college numbering like font, I could let the cursive. I think it actually would be a pretty solid look for me, at least. Something about the combination of the cursive with that like modern looking numbering. Yeah. But white does look good, dude. White looks good,
and it matches the kind of vibe of their helmet. Their helmet's plain. This is aside for the cursive and the modern font, the jersey's plain. Pants are plain. This is their best one to me.
So drip, it's at 60% right now.
It's a drip for me.
All right, Newport. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Just don't wear the grays. We got another one on here? Or did I go backwards? We already drowned this one. All right, now we're in New York. Jack, we're all over America tonight. We got Lockport, New York, the Lockport Lions 50% right now. Another yellow and blue school. Dude, just from a glance, I kind of like this. Yellow helmet, kind of got that Detroit Lions logo on there. Jerseys look solid. I'll break it down here in a second. Pants, plain blue pants. I don't know. These are solid. Maybe
The
some
helmet's
outline.
too plain for me.
Think it needs a stripe.
There's just a lot of you got blue with spots of yellow all over the jersey and pants, but then your helmet is just yellow and blue.
Maybe it's the shade of the way the sun's kind of in the picture, but it looks like the decal on the helmet's a different color blue than the rest of
Is
the
that
uniforms.
a Detroit Lions logo?
That's what it looks like.
I'm still dripping it. It's definitely over 50%, but
I love the
helmet
Lions
could be
uniforms.
tweaked.
I feel like they could have just taken the Lions uniforms and put their colors on it and probably would have had it. Because I love the Lions helmets, like just silver.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that with yellow, but you know what I mean, in terms of
You could have done
striping
a
and all that.
metallic something.
Yeah, but I think I feel like we are too tough on the New York schools. And this one's one of the better ones we've seen out of New York.
Yes, it is.
We'll give these guys a drip. Lockport, shout out to you guys. We're still in New York on the next one here. Niagara Falls, the Wolverines from Niagara Falls, New York. They're at 36.
I'm actually okay with it.
All right. The logo, I feel like we've talked about this before. Logos where it's like facing forward, or you know what I mean. We tried to think of a term for it. I think a week or two ago. I feel like if they just increased the logos or the decal size a little bit, they could have gone without a stripe on the helmet. I don't like the what do you call the yellow that's around the arm opening?
I like the trim.
Yeah, I don't like that. Stripes don't match. I can see that their helmet logos or their helmet stripes white in the center.
Yeah.
The pants are fine.
If you're gonna do that double stripe on the shoulders like that, you gotta have that same stripe on the helmet.
Dude, if you are Niagara Falls, that's like an iconic thing. Just I love the fact that they get to put Niagara Falls on your ear. That's kind of cool.
It's still a drown for me.
Yeah,
I don't hate it, but it's
at 36%. It's a drown for me
at
too.
49
I think
for me.
It's just not doing it for me. So anyway, sorry guys. Great episode of The Office, but Niagara Falls is getting a drown for me on this one. Still in New York. Holy cow. The Frontier Falcons from Hamburg, New York. It's at 64% right now. And here we go again. But at least with the modern numbers, it looks like they went with a modern font. So you know what? I'm okay with that. At least it matches. Whether or not my personal opinions are... The helmet's kind of plain. I wish I could see that decal.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. This is like a pretty big kid.
This guy looks like a unit. Yeah.
Toting a rock.
Yeah. Toby Gerhardt style.
We might need to check this boy.
Check some birth certificates.
I don't love it. I don't know why. I
don't like the collar thing. I never like when the collar is a different color. But I like the rest of it. The rest of it to me is not bad.
Something about that helmet. I don't know. Maybe it's just because he has the blue stickers on the visor and his chin strap things are flaring out.
Got to clip those a little bit. Got the bunny ears.
It's over 50.
Yeah, I think these are solid enough. 64% we're going to add to it for Frontier up there in Hamburg, New York. Lamar High School, we're back in Texas. Arlington, Lamar. VFND stands for Viking Fight Never Dies. Looks like they got that across their chest plate right here. And these are bad. 40%, so we're not the only ones that think this. Yeah, I don't know. This just ain't doing it for me.
Nope.
The shoulder stripe's weird. VFND, I would love it if it was a helmet bumper. I don't like it being across the chest of a jersey. And then the stripe, I hate those tapered stripes. We have tapered stripes. I don't like them, but it's above my pay grade. Yeah, I think I'm drowned.
That's definitely drown.
All right, we're up in Ohio now. Southeastern High Schools from South Charleston, Ohio. Brand new uniforms, clean and drippy is what it says in the comments.
Wrong.
89%, dude. They've gotten a lot of votes.
And these kids don't know what looks good.
It looks like, it's hard to tell with the lighting. Looks like a media day going on here. Looks like an Ohio State ripoff, but they're the Trojans. They're also in Ohio, so I guess there's probably a lot of Ohio State ripoffs. 89% feels really generous, but I also feel like this is over 50%. So I'm kind of torn right here.
It's got the cursive.
It's got the cursive. All right, here's a knock. Chess logo.
Looks like the dot.
Plus cursive. I mean, the numbering's fine. I mean, Ohio State does the whole black stripe thing, right? So I guess I get that they're in Ohio. That's what they do. That's the only thing I can really find, though. Like, there's too much going on in the chest with the little logo and the cursive. But
no, I can point you out a couple things if you want them.
Okay, let's hear it. Because I'm thinking this is drip.
All right, for one, the black on that stripe is too thick on the helmet. For two, the shoulder stripe doesn't match at all. And I can't tell what color that is on the pants, but you got two different stripe combos going on. Like if the jersey and pant stripe is what you like, go with that on the helmet. Otherwise, I mean, it's just use the same stripe. It's not that hard. You had it, but then you added that black on there.
Does Ohio State not take the black off of their stripes
Nope, they
before
have
the
black
first game?
trim?
Okay. I'm trying to find. You're kind of talking me out of it.
The color scheme is solid. Great color scheme to work with.
So we're really going drown here?
No, I didn't. It's not drown.
Well, you're sitting there trying to talk me out of.
I'm just critiquing.
Okay. So we're saying drip? Because I think
if the kid can't come in here and say brand new uniform's clean and drippy without expecting some backlash, you know?
You just wanted to knock them down a peg?
Yeah, you got to humble these kids.
It is drip up there in South Charleston. All right, we're back in Toronto. We got another. Did we do this one last week? I feel like last week was the big Canada week.
I don't think we did Western Tech.
Western Tech, the Colts from Toronto, 16%. Yeah. This is, yeah. Drown.
I'm dripping.
Don't start with me.
What can I knock? What is there on there that I can knock?
But then, what was the quote you said last week? The lack of a decision is still a decision, or something like that. You gave us some words.
Refusal to make a decision is still making a decision.
Right, and you said that last week, and now we're going to say that this is too plain.
They made a decision. They put the same stripe on their jersey and pants.
This is drown. This is drown. Don't you try to...
Look, I'm saying it's like 49.5 for me.
All right.
So it rounds up to me, but I'm good with a drown.
This is further south for me. Sorry, Toronto. All right, New York here. A little Michigan helmet action. The Cleveland Hill Golden Eagles in Cheektowaga, New York. 13% seems very vicious, but now that I'm looking at it, really bright blue helmet with the Michigan kind of decals.
It's not vicious enough.
It's not vicious enough.
Yeah, it should be lower.
What should be lower?
Their rating.
The rating. I thought you were talking about the decal. My bad.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, although these Michigan's decals are bigger than this, right? The wings on the Michigan helmet.
I think these have a little bit different flair to them than the Michigan one.
All right.
But this looks like, you know what this looks like? Speaking of the movie Facing the Giants, this looks like some movie football team that they couldn't use the likeness of Michigan, so they had to find a way to make it look similar. It looks like a 45-year-old actor in there, number 10, yanking that dude's shirt. 50, that dude is an NPC if I've ever seen one. He is not no football player. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
They went and bought some stock jerseys and just filmed a movie.
Yeah. We got the big, this is the climax of the movie. We're playing the snow game, and we got to sit here and get some good action shots. But then, it's like even going back and watching Friday Night Lights. I watched it again a couple weeks ago. You get into some of those game clips, and you're just like, yeah, this isn't as, like, the football don't look as much like football as I remember, Like,
No.
Yeah, drown, 13%. Sorry, Cheektowaga, New York. We always dog these New York schools, and it really is.
They do it to themselves.
All right. Okay, we might be able to be nice to it. Well, I just saw the 69%. Silver Creek, New York. We got the Silver Creek Black Knights. Look, the gold doesn't match. Elephant in the room. They got they got the Vegas gold on the jerseys, but then it's not even like a shiny gold. It's just like a did
mustard
Pittsburgh
gold. I don't know.
Did Pittsburgh used to have kind of this type of gold?
It's like it's like the old Pittsburgh.
It's like the UCLA gold a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. But no decals on the helmet.
And they need to go more like towards Vandy or Wake Forest.
Yeah, they need something that matches that Vegas gold from Nike a little bit. Or if Nike don't carry the gold that matches, try to switch it up a little bit. I don't know.
I also don't like that there's gray in between the gold stripes.
There is. I didn't even notice that.
And no outline on that number.
69%. Yeah, I'm disagreeing with the voting public right here. I think I'm still going to drown this one. Sorry, Black Knights. Skyline High School now from Front Royal, Michigan. Comment simply says thumbs up or thumbs down.
It's giving me like Jacksonville color vibes.
Hey,
old Jacksonville.
I'm trying to figure out what year this picture was taken. Well, that's an F7 helmet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what the brand is for these kits. Not that matters, but it's got 15% right now, and I think that's just probably kids hating a little bit. I don't care for the coloring around the neck collar or the arm openings. The helmet don't bother me as much. Yeah, something about the coloring around the arm sleeves plus the shoulder stripes right there just looks really busy. I don't know. I don't feel like the picture is doing it justice either. It might look better in person. There might be some multicolors here. This
15 feels low.
15 feels low, but I don't know if it's drip. Like, I feel like this is like 30. I feel like this is in the 30s. We're not going to help the score, though, because I'm going to drown this one. Staying in Front Royal, Virginia. Warren County, Warren County High School, the Wildcats, 3%. Yeah, no, this is quick and easy. This is quick and easy. This is drown. I don't even need to see the helmet. Yeah, let's just move on. Harmony High School from out here in Texas. Oh, yes, sir. Your boy right here.
Yeah.
Hold on. We looked at Harmony last week, right?
Yeah, we did with those wings.
They had white jerseys. So I guess this is their home version. This has got 28%. Don't like the pant stripe. Don't like the wings on the shoulders. I'm fine with everything else, just about. I can't remember what the helmets look like from these guys. Your boy right here is making the picture right here, though, for Harmony High School.
I might drip it just that love to the big boys.
You know what? I'm going to put aside. It's our show, right? We can do what we want. I'm going to bend our own rule here, not letting outside forces be a factor. I'm going to drip it just for this guy right here. With the one leg sleeve, too.
Drip. 100%.
Back in New York.
This boy looks like he's trick-or-treating.
Back in New York. At shot by legit. All right. Sorry, screwed it up here. He's got his Instagram handle on here, I'm assuming. At shot by LJ18 from Franklin K. Lane School in New York, Brooklyn, New York. Empire State of Mind. Got the lunch pail, it looks like, with him. I don't like that the blue on the jersey and pants is super royal. And then it looks like the helmet is navy or black.
I think it's black.
With the royal blue stripe. Okay. That actually might save it for me. 13%'s really rough. I don't think that, I've never heard of this brand.
13.
I've never heard of this brand. I think they could use a little more black on the jersey. I absolutely despise that Lane is underlined. I've never seen that on a football jersey.
Yeah, they need to control you that. I think they forgot underline was on.
I've never seen that on a football jersey. Seen it on the helmet.
Looks like that might be part of their thing, though, because even the one down on his trick-or-treat bag
so this
has
is
the underline.
It's the logo, maybe? That's the school's logo?
Maybe it's like Giants. You know how the Giants has the old retro logo has the
now hold up
underline?
Here. What is...
I think that's the Statue of Liberty hand.
Yeah, is that the Statue of Liberty inside the Lane logo?
Looks like it.
That'd be sick. I think you could do a lot with that.
Okay, well, hold on. That might be Navy then if they're going for that Giants look. Because the Giants had that weird, their helmet was a darker blue.
Yeah. I don't know. Something's throwing me off about the...
It's because it looks like he's going trick-or-treating. That's what's throwing you off. It's a drown for me.
It's a drown. I really wish the Statue of Liberty was somehow... Dude, if that was the Pride stickers, I wonder what their mascot is.
Was it Franklin K. Lane?
Franklin K. Lane? Like if their mascot was the Liberty or something? That kind of sounds like a WNBA. Drown. I know we've seen these guys. All right, so I think we've hit the...
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember seeing these guys. Some old friends.
But we haven't done this one.
This is a different picture? It's the same. I've seen this exact picture before. Because I'm pretty sure
it
we
didn't have
drowned
that one cut on the other.
Didn't help their case anymore. This is drowned. Not even going to waste the airtime with it. Holy cow. How many more of these we got? Indiana. All right, we're ending on Indiana here. We got school in the morning, guys. The Hatchets. That's their mascot? The Hatchets? Great book.
Great book. Fantastic book.
Do they only have a logo on one side of the helmet?
And is it hatchets?
It's intercrossed hatchets.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I guess that's what's your other option.
It's like, hatchets like I don't know. Look, 56%. That's honestly kind of what I'm thinking. It looks like the pant stripe does match the shoulder stripe a little bit. And it really is kind of too plain to... You know what? Because I love the book, The Hatchet, this is drip for me.
I'm good with it.
All right. Drip or drown, guys. Yeah, Andrews, I know for a fact we did them last week. All right, so team of the week, I guess. We can call this thing a night. God dang, I was trying not to keep you up too late. We'll give a quick little... Am I doing team of the week too?
No, it looks like it's good now. I don't know what happened with it.
I was about to say, I don't know how to make
We did have somebody else text in. I don't know if you saw it. They texted
I didn't see it.
Like while we were recording. 678 area code. Where's that?
678.
That is Metro ATL.
Hot Atlanta.
All right. So they asked, no name, I don't know who, but how much gear do y'all get coaching? And what is your favorite thing you got this year?
Favorite coaching gear I got this year. We usually get... Last year we had a good haul. First, we stopped doing shoes, and then the gear got better.
Yeah.
Like when we did shoes, it was kind of, a couple of shirts, a couple of pair of shorts, polo, right? And then you got the shoes. Since we stopped doing the shoes, since everybody kind of had their own things they wanted to wear anyway, I mean, we've gotten probably 3 to 4 shirts, I would say. You're at least going to get the polo, right? We'll usually get a hoodie per year. We've gotten a lot of hooded t-shirts recently, which I kind of like.
Those are solid.
Yeah, I kind of like those.
Especially the Nike ones that are double stitched.
Yeah.
Double hem, so you can cut it, and it's like already a finished hem.
We usually get a hot jacket.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, we usually get, that's always I still got this Jordan hot jacket that we got a year or two ago. That's my favorite article of clothing. My favorite thing that I've gotten, period, is we got team duffel bags last year, I think. We got duffel bags with the logos and stuff on. Used it for every trip. Used it when we came out there for y'all's wedding. I put my bag tag on there, like we're good to go. So yeah, I mean, the hoodies usually look pretty sweet. We kind of did like a curse of rabbits, and that's like our theme this year. Last year, we went AKR. Have I ever told you what AKR stands for?
Yeah.
Yeah, ass kicking rabbits. Yeah. So I got a little, like, I love that right there. So I do love the AKR stuff. But yeah, nothing this year coming to mind. Got a solid polo, and I got the curse of rabbit stuff for this year. But all-time favorites, that duffel bag. I got a Jordan quarter zip hot jacket with the skull rabbit logo on it. And then anything we got that says AKR, I'm about that life. But what about you?
Yeah, sorry, my thing like glitched out on me for a second, but we usually we'll get 2 hot jackets home and away. This year we got 2 Nike t-shirts, 1 long sleeve, 1 short sleeve, and then 2 actually wind shirts. So not the Nike Authentics, but this, I think you can get it on Nike Team as a stock product, but it's a wind shirt. It's a hot jacket basically, but it's cheaper. FYI, if y'all need something cheaper than those Authentics. Best thing I ever got, which I'm like an equipment buff guy anyway. So like I've made like so much of my own stuff. I bought it from Nike Team myself and just had my wife embroider it, or I put my, logo, whatever I wanted on it. But the best thing they ever got was the Nike rain jacket, rain suit. You ever had that?
In college, we had those. Yeah. You're talking about like the Gore-Tex, like,
yeah,
or not Gore-Tex.
But it used to be, the ones you're talking about are Gore-Tex. I have those from Clemson, but they're not Gore-Tex. They're like Storm Fit, but they're rain jackets, but they're gray, anthracite gray with like this reflective stitching here. And you can't really see that, but horseshoe, Nike swoosh, fantastic rain jacket. Like $100-something rain jacket. We got those 3 years ago, and we'll probably never get them again because they were so expensive.
That's a heavy slug right there.
But I got a duffel bag too, the Nike duffel with the horseshoe on it. Solid bag. But again, I usually make some of my own stuff anyway, like hats and stuff. I'll buy Nike blanks for the trucker hat, and I'll put my own horseshoe on it. And this year's gear is pretty solid though. It's hard to beat some Nike Legend tees and some hot jackets. That's hard to beat.
Good question though. We might could do a whole
Yeah,
episode
it's a solid
on.
question.
All right, team of the week. Let's call it a night, dude. Episode
Right.
71. We still are trying to break the streak for old CE King out there.
Let's go, Sheldon CE King. This is their week.
I saw some of their media day pictures. They had some solid kits, some solid scenery. Plus, they're a good team too. So
Here we go. This is their week. Can't even find them on this wheel.
This wheel's getting ridiculous. I think we're up to 100 teams now on the wheel.
What does that say? Just gonna wait for it to pop up. Lancaster. Now, is that
Lancaster near me?
Ohio?
Oh, neither of us, because there's a Lancaster near y'all, right? Midlands, and then we've got a Lancaster or Lancaster, as some people say. I say Lancaster. Everybody I've ever heard says Lancaster, but
This is up in Ohio.
okay. So Lancaster or Lancaster, Lancaster High School up there in Ohio.
Golden Gales.
That's a bird, right? What is that?
Might be a wind. Like a gale wind.
Like a tornado?
Hold on. I think that's like,
Gale force? No, what is it?
it's hail. Hail force wind. So a gale is a strong wind, often used in nautical or meteorological.
I had Taco Bell today. I got some golden gales going on.
Well, let's see how the wind. Let's see how the winds did. They looks like they broke wind. It is not good.
It's team of the week, dude. We're supposed to be hyping them up. Tough year.
No way. I've had a rough year too. I can say it. It's all right. We all been there.
Okay.
It's just
all right. I'm trying to refocus here.
They beat Hilliard Darby. Tight one there.
Well, here's
maybe some injuries.
Here's the problem. They got a murderer's row of a schedule. They play Pickerton Central, week 5 right there. I don't know anything about Ohio.
You actually know? I was about to say, I've never heard of Pinkerton.
Pickerington Central. Click on those guys.
Valley?
What's their mascot? What is Pickerington? Reynoldsburg. Canal Winchester.
Tigers.
Dang.
Wait, really?
Pickerington. They play Canal Winchester. Walt the dog. Former team of the week, Canal Winchester.
Why? Where is this in Ohio?
Home of the Barber Museum.
Where is
so this year 2 teams of the week will play again. I'm assuming this is like their conference schedule by that point in the season.
I just had to find out where we are.
Okay. Columbus suburb.
What Gales are y'all? You know what? Never mind. Team of the week. I'm not gonna.
No, we're not hating on them. We're hyping them up.
I'm curious where that came from. There's Pinkerton. So we're near Columbus. We're in Ohio State country.
Deep in the cut right here.
All right. So there's Canal Winchester right there. Pinkerton.
Barber Museum.
Interesting.
So we must have a little pocket of listeners up there in the Columbus.
We're popping off near Columbus, man.
And Canada and Mexico hates us and New York hates us, but
they'll live. I can live with that. All right, let's see.
Let's see the uniforms. If, gale, a heavy wind.
You could do some cool stuff with.
You might be able to do some cool stuff with that. It's not.
They decided on the simple route. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I at least like that they have more Notre Dame looking gold.
It's better than whatever this Newark uniform is.
I'll at least like that they got the actual gold helmets. Like they got. Now that's a solid look. That's a Notre Dame knockoff, and that looks great.
Like, come on now, y'all had it right.
Yeah, get the gold pants back.
The Gales, the Golden Gales.
Yeah, get some more gold in there.
That's an interesting color combo down there. I wonder if I can see the stadium. Fulton Fields.
We'll track around it. We got to get this thrown on Friday Night Pulse for anybody that's listening that might be. Now, those visiting bleachers go the entire length of the field, it looks like. Goal line to goal line.
That's kind of nuts.
The home side does too.
Are they packing this bad boy out?
That's the Lancaster I was thinking about, the one near us right there. Old Texas Bob has got it. I've been in that stadium, Beverly D. Humphrey.
That's Canal Winchester Stadium.
Winchester. There they are.
All right. That's not.
Stadium solid. Solid stadium.
Yeah, track, that's a necessary evil for some schools. I get it. We have it too.
It is what it is. We got it.
So Fulton Field.
That logo, I think, looks more like the cartoon from Jurassic Park.
It's given Microsoft Office paperclip vibes, is what it's giving.
Yeah, it's given like a Calvin and Hobbes comic vibe.
Yeah. Like this would be maybe as like a cool retro alternate throwback something. You could make it happen, but
it's just a little cartoony for it to be. I know why they don't put it on their uniforms. I hate that it's the midfield. I hate that it's the midfield logo on their field, but
yeah, that's tough. And yeah, that's tough.
Anyway, tough year. Uniforms are solid. Stadium is solid. Midfield logo, not so much.
They're going to have a better year this year.
They're going to have a better year, and I can't wait. When do they play Canal Winchester?
They play Canal on October 16th.
Mark your calendars, guys. Teams of the week coming together. After party at the Barber Museum up there in Columbus area of Ohio. Anywho, Jack, appreciate you staying up late with us, man. Appreciate you guys watching the live stream. We'll try to get the Facebook stream fixed. Know a lot of you guys watch on there when we go live from this. As always, appreciate y'all shooting those questions, concerns into the text line. Keep the dripper drowns, though. Go to fourthandward.com to submit all those. We do love you, New York. Just there's gotta be some better ones out there. I know we're tough on the co-op teams and all that, but we love you guys too.
No, I will stand on that decision. Those co-ops are brutal.
We just appreciate you guys watching and listening, y'all. If you're still watching and listening, hit 5 stars, hit that share button, hit subscribe, whatever. Yeah, that's all we got. Jack, send us off.
Stay golden.
You locked in now with the fourth and wall. Fourth and wall. Adam, Jay, Texas, Carolina, we out.